Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, it's I think this is obviously just a thing that Twitch is having at the moment that we need to solve, obviously, before we start. I don't think, bringing... As I said, I don't think it's you or anyone. It's just the app just not working for whatever reason. Remember, this is a new account. So, there's a setting... Yeah, there is probably a setting somewhere that we just need to click. So... And it probably does it all the time. But yeah, we'll continue here. Again, apologies for everyone watching here. This is not anyone's fault before you start biting at us. Or myself, or Timmer, or anything. Or, it is the app not playing up. We've all had the issue. Yes. The stream is fine. We can hear. No, again, I don't think it's that. Because as I said, we've had this issue before, just not with me. This is the first time I've had it with someone else. All right. All right. Right, so in the middle of all of this, again, apologies, we have missed this all completely, but we got Vettel, who has just missed out on Q2 by 100th of a second to Muddy Biscuit, and Hardy also misses out on me. Oh no, Hardy's the only one, sorry. I'm still trying to gather where we're at the moment. Yes, Hardy is the only one missing out. RSF1 Daniel with the quickest time so far, a 1:29.3. As we move through to Q2 again. Yeah, apologies for the issues. As Tim mentioned to me, although you didn't hear it, it's better that we have these issues now and we can nip the issue in the bud before we move on. Hopefully, obviously, the rest of the week doesn't have any issues. I just don't know why it's happening to me right now, because normally I have no issue at all. I put on the stream and it can include audio, etc., and everything's fine. But for some reason, it's not happening tonight. And I've tried every single solution that we can think of. New party, restart the stream, mute and unmute the microphone, but here we go. Yeah, so 1:29.3 from Daniel is the fastest so far, but obviously just Q1. We're now into Q2. So we can get going proper. Now, hopefully, obviously, Tim is going to try one final solution. It's not going to affect the stream at all. He's just restarting his Xbox fully. Just to try one more. But I think it's one of those that we just got to accept that this is going to be an issue. We just got to work with it as we can. And carry on. Right, so into Q2 we go. So let's actually talk about the drivers that are in this division, or at least provisionally. So obviously we had RSF1 Eastern, as I mentioned, the double champion from Season 5. Obviously won the title in Season 3. Regained the crown back in last season. And to be honest, this division, the F1 division, I feel, to be honest, suffered a little bit with various circumstances, which didn't allow a title fight to really become a fight, to be honest. I mean, you had... We all there, we all saw why, and obviously we've all moved on from that, etc., but that is what it is. So, the question is now, can Easton regain his title yet again? Can he become the first ever back-to-back champion? Can he become the first ever triple champion as well? Add another crown onto his list, which is ever growing. But the problem is, obviously, he's got the target. Everyone is following this guy. And, Yeah, and then there's a few names in this group, in this list of drivers. Obviously can change from here to next week. But there's a few popping out that I could see challenging Easton. It's just a question of consistency, really. Who can string together results? We know Easton is quicker when he follows the track, which at the moment he's not doing so for the time being. But yeah, we know he's quick. Proven it, being a double champion. Can he be consistent? And who else can be consistent enough over the longest season we've done? Is he running side by side with an AlphaTauri though, Mr. Iowa Biscuit, who is up into... Oh, they nearly made contact. That was nearly awkward. Is up in the F1 division. Quite a lot of, obviously, promotions from F2, even lower as well. But we've got, obviously, Muddy Biscuit. Where is Muddy there? He's on the lap at the moment in Aston. Muddy Biscuit narrowly missed out on the championship in F2. He was beaten by Unity Hush. They both have made the jump to F1. So, is making that step up. Muddy Biscuit, actually, he's not too confident in himself. He thinks, you know, lower end of the points, he was saying to me earlier. But he is, and I'm going to bring up that word again, very consistent in his results. Rarely gets penalties as well, which, believe, from my point of view, is very, very good. So we can see what he can do. He can be a dark horse. I reckon if he gets, like, say, a top-tier teammate, like, for example, an Easton or who else are you looking at? Even if he gets partnered up with his rival, Unity Hush, if they could sort of work together to kind of embed themselves into F1, that could be good for him as well. We'll see. We'll see. We know he's a good driver. We know he can keep out of trouble as well. Qualifying might be an issue going forward, but we'll see. We'll see. He's got to start off strongly, I feel. Who else have we got? Obviously, we've got Unity Hush, champion of F2. Made that step up to F1. He has showed glimpses of being quick enough for the F1 division. Again, not now. He is sandbagging, of course, to get set at 135.7 on the soft tyres. Obviously, he doesn't want to start on those. Yeah, F2 champion of last season. To tell you the truth, actually, Muddy Biscuit was never there in the last round to challenge him. To ultimately get an answer, but take nothing away from Unity Hush. He's still done it across the season. Obviously, Muddy was on holiday for the final round in China, but it would have been interesting to see what he could have done. But Unity, yeah, he has shown very, very good glimpses of being potential in the F1 division. It's again, can he string it together over a whole season? As I said, it would be interesting if he gets partnered up with Muddy Biscuit for next season. Also got a few drivers that are doing their first full season. This is one of them, Ron Beeford. And he actually had a string of results of 3 or 4 races, back-to-back wins. And I actually quoted in saying that he could be a challenger for Easton at that point. I don't know how true that could be going forward, but again, could be an interesting one first forward. Again, we haven't seen him fully across the whole season, what he's like as a driver. But he's seen glimpses. What can he do across a full season? So that's full season once again. Who else do we have up there? We have also Aid Alpha's been in the league a lot of times. Very experienced in RSF1. RSF1 Mansell is here. We've got FFR Milan, who's made that step up to F1 a couple of seasons ago. He's established now. Dangerous Dan, also the same. Was partnered up with Easton. They had a very successful constructors, won it for Williams. Be interesting if they get each other again. Did Vettel crash? I missed that. I missed Vettel crashing if he did. Let me have a look. Race director. Terminal damage, yeah. Right there. Thank you for pointing that out there, Lincoln. What did he crash? Where did he crash? I did actually see a Red Bull sort of slow past the first couple of corners. I didn't think it was a crash, though. Oh, that's a shame for Vettel. He'll be starting towards the back of the grid. As B Ford improves his time on the mediums. Currently fastest on the mediums is RSF1 Mansell on the Aston. 130.5. But yeah, quite a few of these drivers trying to get through on the medium tyres. Mega Centurion, interestingly, has gone full in on the softs on a 29.7, so he wants to start on those. If I remember rightly about France from last season, it's kind of a one-stop medium to hards, although safety cars, which are on for this pre-season, will bring a soft tyres into the equation, possibly. We've got 8 minutes left. Well, I'm going to try and bring in Timmer one last time. So because I'm going to see the race director briefly, but we're going to try this one more time because I'm really desperate to get him involved to see. But if not, then we'll have to carry on as we are. I am thinking it is the new account thing though, because this is a new Xbox account to stream. Again, there's probably a setting somewhere that all we have to do is tick, and it, includes audio. But at the moment, I can't find it, and obviously, I don't want to continue interrupting the stream. So, evening Notorious, Cornet Star, I believe, who is making the jump to F2. Starting his pre-season tomorrow. Why a new account confused? Shall I be honest about that, or yeah? Basically, we had a feeling that a few people that have access to the old passwords may do a few things, so we had to do new passwords and new accounts just to be safe. It's not saying they would, but we can't really take that chance, basically, because they can delete the entire channel and the entire Xbox thing as well. I've just noticed that Daniel is out. He was top of Q1, and I think he's terminally damaged that. Where is he? Is he terminally damaged? He has! Daniel was out as well. And he was showing really good pace earlier on. That's a shame. Daniel Bennett in the fast right. So Lincoln is doing my job at the moment. Lincoln is doing a better job than me because I keep missing all this. Right, 5.5 minutes to go. Let's ride on board with one of the veterans of RSF1, one of the veteran top tier drivers, Adolf, in the Williams. As he heads down into turn 1, want to extend the corner as much as you can before you turn in. The car always wants to get a little bit loose as you go over the crest. As you can see, he is already invalidated, which is a trait of this track, which is very predominant. You can very easily go over the track limits. Where is Biscuit? We'll keep a ball with Biscuit. He's just running down to the back straight now, just finishing up the middle sector. Goes purple for him. No lift at all with the last through the long right-hander. And then want to go kind of late apex in this double right-hander towards the end. The car getting a little bit loose on the exit. This final sector is all about carrying the momentum, carrying the speed through. And then into the final corner, which is, I find this very kind of annoying, kind of finicky, kind of like the last chicane in Spain. Comes around the final corner, is looking to be in the 130s, and it's a 30.5. Well done, Biscuit. That's a beautiful lap. Actually, fastest of those in the medium tyres. Very nice from Mr. Biscuit. Sure, he was in F2 last season. Yeah, he's made an interesting step up there. Right, so who's in trouble? Okay, so we've got Muddy and Unity both done a slow lap on the... Might be the party chat volume setting in the Twitch app on the broadcast tab. Fish sticks, do you mean the one that says there's a mute button or something? Because if it is, I tried that. Like I clicked it and unclicked. Because I think Muddy Biscuit did have that issue earlier when I was testing. Okay, Mega Centurion has... Yeah, Mega Centurion has said he's forgotten the entire strategy of France, and that's why he's on the softs. Oops. Yeah. What testing is all about, you might as well go for it. You might as well try it, you never know, softs might actually work. As I said, I think there is a setting somewhere to allow audio to be included, but again, if I start fiddling to try and fix it now, then it'll interrupt the stream. I think we just... Fortunately, we've got to carry on with what we've got, which is just me by myself at the moment. Hopefully, we can fix it for tomorrow's F2 pre-season, which as it stands will be a combination of Lincoln and Tomo. Which would be an interesting one, as we're just actually casually riding on board of Easton, who actually needs to set a time here. And a competitive lap time at that, as he heads through into the final couple of corners. The thing is, with this pre-season testing, even though it doesn't really mean anything, it's a good indication about how your season's going to go. As Easton just casually goes fastest of those on the medium tyre, 130.0, but he's joined by Unity Hush and a 30.1. 10th between them. That's a very good lap from Unity Hush. That has put Muddy Biscuit in 12th. Ron Beeford is actually out. Biscuit's invalidated his current lap, but he's got time to go again. We've also got No Shells apparently on the softs, so he wants to definitely go through. And then you've got Milan and Mansell, and Mansell's about to start his lap now. So a minute to go, bit of pressure for these guys to get through to Q3. My tyres are medium, not soft, says Cuddy. Yeah, I kind of figured you hadn't done a 30.5 on the softs. Or at least you wouldn't have retired on a 30.5 on softs. Because you really need to be in the 29s if going properly on the softs. Yep, Beeford is out by a 10th. Mansell's on a solid-ish lap at the moment. Oh, is Adolf retired? He has. Adolf is out. This is between Mansell, Milan, and No Shoals, and Mansell is only slightly up. Which, to be fair, how close it is. I just realised how close it is. This would actually put him 4th. Carries on with his time. Milan is done. He's in the pits. They got Muddy, No Shoals, and imagine as long as No Shoals keeps that time valid on the sauce, he should easily coast through. So this might put Milan under pressure. Mansell moves in, out the final corner. He's running very dangerously to the tyre limits, on the track limits, I mean on the left, and he does go 4th place. He is safely through. So that puts now between Muddy Biscuit and No Shoals. Muddy Biscuit is 6/10 up, but he needs to find a lot more than this. No worries, Timmer. No worries. We'll get it sorted before the season starts, don't you worry. Hopefully get it sorted by this week at some point. But Muddy Biscuit, is it going to be enough? Yes! A 30.6 puts him through. And now this puts FFR Milan on the cusp. And as I said, as long as No Shoals keeps this valid, he is miles up on his time. Milan is going to be knocked out. But he will be starting 11th, fresh tyres. But No Shells has only got a couple of corners left to go, turn it in nicely, extra rotation working very, very well, to the line, easy does it, 29 something I couldn't see, I think that was P1 actually, and that does remove FFR Milan from the top 10, we have our top 10 for Q3. 29.6, a tenth and a half quicker than everybody else from No Shell, so very good. But he is now properly embedded in the soft tyre strategy, as is Mega Centurion. Unity Hush quickest in the end, actually went quicker than Easton in that last lap. Although how many laps did he do? Race Director. Unity Hush, who did 3 laps on the mediums, which won't damage him too much, but not ideal. How many laps did Easton do? Only the 1. So, see, there's the difference. So, Easton's tyres are going to be a little bit fresher, as is Biscuit. Both Biscuits have done less tyres. Yeah, so that's the only thing with Hush, but quickest of those on the mediums. Muddy Biscuit scraping through into the top 10. Out of the top 10, Milan, Beeford, Adolf, Vettel, and Daniel. And now we just wait. Really don't know what that thing is with the... Again, I've never had that before, personally, with the not include audio. And I tell a lie, I've had it before. Then I've clicked something in the settings on the Twitch app and then it's worked. So, but I've tried everything that I can think of. So, see, Horizon already is starting the chat of Hush is quicker than Easton, even though it's pre-season and it's a couple of hundreds. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Lincoln. It worked earlier. And why is it not working now? This is the point, or the problem, and this is why we need to fix this, because, for example, I don't want it happening to you tomorrow, or anyone this week. Yeah, who looks into pre-season? Especially in real-life racing, real-life F1, who looks into that? Who takes pre-season seriously? Who's on comms for F3? I can actually, well, again, the whole audio thing, we'll get it sorted out anyway, but as we're into Q3 of F1, actually, I can, I guess, partially reveal. Actually, yeah, do you want it, chat? Do you want it? We've got 25 viewers. Do you want to know who potentially is commentating on the tiers, on the divisions? Who you're going to have? So everyone wants to know whether it's muted. Well, it depends how you think of the people, really, but it depends who you muted in the past. I mean, if it was me, yeah, kind of makes sense. I can be boring sometimes. Oh, you muted a lot. That's up to you. Other people don't mute, but you do. That's cool. At least you know it's not Lincoln. Ah! Oh no, it can't be Lincoln. Yeah, that makes sense, because he's actually racing in F3 this season, yeah. That's why he can't commentate on F3, so it makes sense. Unless he's doing 2 things at once. Be racing and commentating, you didn't know that. Alright, I've got a few yeses, so let's run it down. So F1, again, this kind of is just a plan in my head right now. I haven't got it 100%, and I won't 100% know until the days are released, which I believe the days watch divisions are coming out tomorrow, because you have voted amongst yourselves watch day you would like. Why is Easton taking a long time? Oh well. But this is the initial plan if everything goes well. This is what I'm going to go with unless I have to alter it. So Sunday, F1, we're going to have the very big partnership, the very good partnership of BF1 Racer and Hell King Tomo. This does depend whether Ben can do Sundays. Now, he's need to get back to me on his work patterns, like what days he can do in terms of work, and that obviously allows him to commentate. So, but I asked him yesterday, and he's like, yeah, Sunday probably is fine. Tomo said the same, so they're going to be doing this division. They'll be doing F1. You'll hear the frontline speed and the many catchphrases from BF1 and Tomo. F2, or should I say Monday, will be myself and Timmer, which at the moment looks to be F2, because apparently the days are staying the same with the divisions. But yeah, Monday at the moment is going to be myself and Timmer. Tuesday is going to be a new partnership of Chris and Immortal, which apparently at the moment is F5. F2 with 21 votes on Monday. Yeah, kind of figured. Again, the days aren't fully confirmed. I'm just, I'm going by what I've been told, which is kind of what it's looking like. So yeah, Chris and Immortal on a Tuesday, if everything goes well, in F5 apparently. Wednesday, which looks to be F3, is going to be Primus and Source. Primus Gaming returning as a full-time streamer, and he will be joined by RSF1 Source on a Wednesday for F3. And then finally, last but no least, we have the return of the partnership of Rocket and Lincoln. They will be doing Thursdays, which looks like to be F4. So there you have it. There is, again, I can't fully confirm that until days come out tomorrow, and then I can sort of fully work that into it. As Unity Harsh, I wasn't bored of him because I thought he would be the best challenge for pole, as well as Easton and a few others, but he has gone set into a 29.3. It was a fantastic lap, but beaten 2/10 by Draco in the McLaren. 29.1, we're in the 28s nearly. Wow, there you go, Draco. He's beautiful lap. A couple of tenths quicker than Mr. Hush. Let's see what Easton can do. He's currently in the back straight, going for the chicane. He's got a no-shows following him, who I think is not on a lap. Nice planted car as he goes turning into the long double right-hander. The movements of the steering as well, very, very smooth, exactly what you need. I can't do smooth steering, and I know you guys have seen I can't do smooth steering. I'm also on a pad, which is very difficult to do smooth steering on, but here we go with Easton. He's at 29.1. He's going to pop into 28. No, 29.0 though. Pole position for Easton so far. Anybody else on a lap? Unity's back in. And just Dan is back in. Kakuddy is... Yeah, everyone else is either aborted or invalidated. So, first run done. And it is RSF1 Easton, who is quickest by 10th and a half at the moment, just over. Showing his pace yet again. Still got Mansell, Mega Centurion yet to set a lap. Unity MP3. Then a bit of a gap to Dan, Cuddy, and No Shoals. Now our Biscuit currently out of fuel on the back straight, heading back in. And that is it. So. So here's a question, actually, for everyone watching. 23 races. What do you think about that? Obviously no China from the race calendar that we got, which is kind of a bit of a shame, but it's obviously as it is. But we get to race those tracks that we didn't in last season, so that's Netherlands, Monza, and Monaco. We get to race Monaco. Yeah, what do you think about that? 23 races. It's definitely the longest season I've taken part in. I think longest before here is really 19 or 20. 23 is very much out there. It's going to be a long one. It's going to be a very, very long one. It's one of those that even if you're like 10 races in and you think I'm going nowhere with this, You definitely shouldn't give up, because there's still a long way to go. And even if you're leading, you can't be confident that it's yours unless you have, like, I don't know, a 200-point lead by that point, which is unlikely. But yeah, it's gonna be a long one, and it all kicks off in Bahrain under the night sky. And then in the couple of weeks after that, we go to 2 brand new tracks of Portimao, Portugal, and Imola. I'm really looking forward to Imola personally. Portimao, I'm still getting to grips with that because it's an interesting track to drive. Of course, we've got Saudi Arabia, Jeddah right at the end of the season. Looks like 3 from the end. You've got Australia towards the end as well. I think Imola's race 2, yes. Was it race 3? I always get confused between the two. Yeah, Imola race 2 and then it's Portimao race 3. Interesting little combination. Mega Centurion now on a lap though. Get into the second round of laps. Had to ease off a little bit through turn 1 and 2 because otherwise he was going to go off the track. Speaking of off track, there's a Mansell. Spotted a Mansell there. Oh, and Centurion over the curbs a little bit too much. Lap is gone. Mansell's lap has gone as well, so who is on another lap? Unity Hush is. Just missed his first sector. Let me just grab it. And, oh wow, he is 2 tenths up on his PB. He's going to have a bit of a slipstream with a Mega Centurion, but that's right in front of the racing line. That is not good. That is horrible, actually. That is very bad for Mega Centurion. Put Unity Hush well off on his lap. And the thing is with pre-season, you've got to take this semi-seriously because any penalties you get here do carry on to round 1 in Bahrain. So you've got to be very careful, and Centurion, well, Unity Hush would not be very happy about that. That's for sure. As well back onto the racing line. And Hush, as I noticed, was a couple of attempts up. How's No Shot's getting on? He's actually a 10.5 up on his lap on the whistling Alpine. It's an interesting car to say the least. Onto the back straight. Oh, nicely turned in. Just about within the track limits. Oh, and that was just about over the track limits on the exit though. No Shoals has got to go again. A lot of track limits coming into play. As I mentioned earlier, is a characteristic of this track, which is difficult to say the least. See again, Cuddy. You think as they turn in, you think they're going to validate just there, but it was just about on the limit. 2 tenths. Just about kept in line as well. Bahrain, I agree. Corner. It's a great track in general. You know, for league racing, it's a great way to start it. Great way to start any season. You always get good battling at Bahrain. A very good social race there in F2 cars, which was interesting, to say the least. But back to here though, Cuddy is 3 tenths up, which will get him in the lines of the top 3, maybe. And trying to carry the speed as much as he can. Muddy Biscuit improves to go 6th for 29.9. It's not bad for Muddy. Remember, he's making that step up from F2. It's the apex there, Cuddy, but it's fine. He carried the speed as much as he could. Now, where's this going to put them? Is this going to challenge the top 3? He's got a bit of a gap to find. And, yeah, Slots just behind them on a 29.5. Hush is down. Hush is finished. Biscuit improves. Mansell improves to 5th. Biscuit goes 6th. Dan's now 7th. Muddy Biscuit is 8th, but I think No Shells is next, and he's 2.5 tenths up. Can't be that bad, Mega Centurion. You're in the F1 division. double just, yeah, you know, said that at the same time. You're in the F1 division. And you're 10th as well. You can't be that bad. Right, here comes No Shells. He's a couple of tenths up. This going to improve. Yes, he does. Wow, straight up to 4th place. Nice from No Shells. Got the other Alpine of... Is that an Alpine? Yes, it is. The Dangerous Dan goes to 4th, just behind Unity Hush. Rebel of Eastern improves to a 28.7. By 3 tenths, he did get into the 28s. Muddy, I think, improved again, but stayed in 9th. And I think it's Draco is the only one that can topple Eastern. Does he? No, it's half a tenth down. And I think that is it. Yes, it is. So, Eastern takes the first scalp of the season by nearly half a second. The only driver in the 28s. Well, the only thing I would say is if people were thinking, has Easton lost any motivation or pace from his title win? Well, they've been answered. Of course, we don't have every person here. We are missing 4, I think. And top of my head, I don't think who is got those 4 spaces. Ah, that's one. Musical Rocket. Musical Rocket isn't here. That's one. He did chat though. Why aren't you racing Rocket? I know you're F1 now. Supposedly. But there's your top 10. Half a second again from Easton. Fastest lap from him, a 28.7. Baker though will be very happy with P2. Unity Hush aborted his last lap. Ah, okay. No worries. Yeah, aborted his lap that Unity, so Dangerous Dan got very close to MP4. No Shells 5th. Cuddy 6th, Mansell, Biscuit. In fact, we got IOR Biscuit ahead of Muddy Biscuit. And then Megan Centurion never able to set a lap going into 10th. Yeah, Rhombus is another one. I agree, Ice. Rhombus is another title contender potentially. We didn't have anybody that joined late, did we? No, so there's your 16. No Shells on the softs, as is Mega Centurion. So Mega Centurion is going to have to... They're both going to have to make some spaces up, actually. Mega Centurion probably more serious to gain positions. Adolf trying the hards by the looks of it. It's an interesting call. We all know what the hard tyres are like. Yeah, but if No Shells obviously wants to do well in this race, he's going to have to get in and amongst Eastern Draco. Centurion has to make at least 3 or 4 places, I would say. Not a long run down to turn 1. Decent run, but it's a very quick corner, so you've got to be careful in the first couple of corners on the first lap. And that must be Cornish on the RSF1 racing account. Good evening, Cornish. Unfortunately, Cornish, we had some issues with the audio. It wouldn't allow the party to include audio for some reason, even though it worked earlier. So we're going to have to sort that for the rest of the week. At very least, we're going to have to sort it for Lincoln later. So he's ready for tomorrow, and obviously the rest of whoever is doing pre-season commentary. Yes, no co-coms at the moment. Cornish. Yeah, again, I don't think bringing somebody else in is going to solve it. Because it seems to be a thing with the app, and I've tried every single solution. You know, restart the party, restart my Xbox, restarted the stream, clicked and unclicked the mute button. That doesn't seem to work either. And yeah, I don't know why It worked earlier, but not now. Could be because... Oh, why am I buffering? Why is the stream buffering on my phone? Oh, it's just buffering on my phone. Seems to be fine now. Cornish, you can try. You can try and join, see if it does it. Yeah, Cornet Lincoln is doing tomorrow at the moment. As it's, well, that's the plan anyway. Alright, so let's get this formation lap underway. Let's bring up the tyres and let's continue. So Hardy and Adolf trying the hard tyres by the looks of it. No Hardy in the Hardy in the Ferrari is the first driver on the hard tyres starting P16. P15 is RSF1 Daniel in the McLaren starting on the mediums. P14 is Vettel. RSF1 Vettel in the Rebel on the medium tyres. Had that crash earlier in Q1, as did Daniel. Hardy just didn't make the cut. Adolf in 13th. Hang on, Cornish. Let me make this invite joinable. There we go. Yes, Adolf 13th in the Williams hard tyres. Next to our mediums, Ron B. Ford in 12th. FFR Milan in 11th. They just missed out in Q3, the top 10. And then into the top 10 itself, Mega Centurion accidentally qualified on the soft tyres. He's going to have to make the strategy work though. So I've done P10 in the Alfa Romeo, the lone Alfa Romeo tonight. Money Biscuit, the first of the Astons, is P9. Iowa Biscuit in the AlphaTauri is 8th. Second of the Astons, Mansell in 7th. Kid Cudi in 6th in the second of the AlphaTauris. So they've got an AlphaTauri Aston. AlphaTauri Aston on a mixture there. No Charles P5 on the soft tyres in the Alpine. His teammate ahead of him, Dangerous Dan in P4. Unity Hush P3, Draco P2, and Easton first. I already added Timber as a friend, so I don't think that's the issue, Cornish. Yeah, we're just about to start though. This is the problem, we're trying to fix this here, but we can try and see if it works, but we've got the start to do in a bit. We're right on board with Unity Hush, I think, for the initial start. O'Hardy in 16th place is the last driver to come in. There he is in the Ferrari. Didn't even join the party. Okay. This is good. Could be an Xbox thing, you know. Anyway. Right, we'll carry on. So, here we go. Pre-season testing is lights out and away we go. Unity Hush with a fantastic start. He's got straight past Draco. He's looking at Easton. Easton moves across. Blocks him off. Hush going to try around the outside and gets it done. Sweeps around the outside, but Easton with a lovely switchback gets the move back again. But no Shoals. He's had a fantastic start himself. And Easton, I think he's had a illegal overtake. So was initially trying to get the lead back, but no Shoals is going super aggressive, and Hush backs out of it. This is a hectic start. Shoals is in the lead. I don't know how he's done that. He's got aggressive on the soft tyres he needed to be. And Unity Hush, oh! Damage with Daniel, and he's into the wall. Hush and the Mercedes went for the lead, lost the lead, back down, and as soon as he went onto the back straight, a slight contact with RSF1 Daniel, and he's round, and he's got damage on his front wing. Meanwhile, the other aggressive starter is Mega Centurion, who's going to go side by side with Iowa Biscuit. He's also on the soft tyres. And then, can he stay ahead of Iowa Biscuit? It's still climbing all over the back of him. We've got Dangerous Dan behind him as well with B Ford and Cuddy. What a Fantastic start to this race. And B Ford is looking on the inside and dangerous. Dan, this is a risky move as well. Unity, Hush, the fortunes in split seconds. Oh, they're still side by side as well. B Ford, oh, and there's a Red Bull of Vettel, I think, has just nudged Big Cuddy wide in the last corner. Maybe pre-season, but the shoulders are already out. No, the elbows are out, not the shoulders, as B Ford and Dan going side by side. B Ford has had a fantastic start. He's up 6 places. Centurion's up 6. No shells up 4 to the lead. Who else is up there? Vettel's had a fantastic start as well. He's in 8th. Fresh mediums as well. He's making them work as the midfield bottleneck begins. My stream is so far behind, it's ridiculous. As Dangerous Dan and Vettel going side by side on the back straight. Vettel with the inside line, send it. There we go. Max Verstappen style. No wonder he's in the Red Bull. Through into 7th place. He's up 7 places. What a start for him. We'll go back to the leaders. The front 4 actually pulling away from Iowa Biscuit at the moment. And it's still Scholes in the lead. Holding back Easton by the looks of it. Centurion gave Draco a bit of a nudge. Yeah, they seem to be pulling away a little bit from the Biscuit train. And that's the train all the way back to Mansell, who had a bit of a clip in the back straight. Unfortunately, the only hitter at the end of the first lap was Unity Hush. He's got a long evening to go. I know Muddy Biscuit pits. He must have had some damage somewhere, because he's in. So both F2 front runners had a rough start to their first outing in F1. Both in the pits very early on, as B Ford is looking at the inside of Biscuit. Have a look at Vettel. Centurion's already got a time penalty from warnings, and Biscuit's just held on from B Ford, but B Ford is looking very racy. Now he just missed out on the top 10. He's, again, like Vettel, he's using these fresher tyres to good effect. He's got DRS. Gonna go look on the outside of Biscuit. Is he going to make the move? I think he is. Vettel's going to try and follow him. Thinks better of it. And Rob B Ford, I told you he was quick. His race pace is astounding, as Vettel's looking at the back of Biscuit here on the back straight. No, cuts in. Vettel again, sending it, easing up with the gap. Look at the opening. That's ended for Biscuit's not having none of it. Still there, banging of wheels. Lovely battling so far in this race. This is a great start to season 6 as a whole. It may be, as I guess said, it may be pre-season, but it's still a few things need to go as Vettel sends it once again. He's probably in a party from with a few people, probably telling him to send it. As a change for the lead, No Shoals has lost the lead to Easton. Easton's kind of stuck with him and then thought, no, I'm just going to take the lead back, and he does. So Easton now in the lead, ahead of No Shoals. Must have been on the exit at the last corner with DRS. All No Shoals can do is kind of stay with Easton for the time being. There's the yellow flag. Oh, Daniel's had a spin. Might have been a clip with somebody. He drops back behind Mansell, who was still recovering from that early tag. Money Biscuit and Unity, as I said, need a safety car to come back, as No Shoals is coming back at Easton and takes back the lead with a bit of ERS. He's going very aggressive on his ERS. He's got 25%. And Easton doesn't want to hang about here, as B Ford is got by Centurion. Mega Centurion is dropped off a bit from these front 3. There goes the front 3. There is B Ford now in pursuit. I like what Draco's doing here, kind of seeing what these two ahead are up to. But Ron B Ford, for me, his race pace is absolutely ridiculous. Up in the 4th place, there's Vettel. RSF1 Vettel going by Biscuit, side by side. In the last corner, No Shows is already in. His softs are done. That's a very early pit stop. I don't know what's going on back here. Dan and Vettel now. Look how close. Tyres are going. And there we go. And just Dan is through past Vettel. Vettel wants off a bit off the track. There goes the sponsors. Goes the sponsor barrier. This midfield is ridiculous. What is this? This is fifth down to 11th, I think. You just see Hardy at the back of it. Every one of them fighting tooth and nail, but this is going to be Daniel under a bit of pressure from RSF1 Vettel with the frontline speed. Here he goes in the Red Bull. Someone's got to clear away from this thing, and that's definitely a warning there from Vettel, straight over the curb. But he's through into 5th place. The Centurion must have made a mistake because he's a bit off the front three. Our Biscuit is under-fueled. Oh yeah, he's already got the yellow light as Vettel and Dan still going at it. So you got Easton almost half a second ahead of Draco. B4 is big wobble from Vettel. Whoa! How has he saved that? And again he's looking. Is that that just I really don't know what's going on here. All over the place. Biscuit with the DRS on Dan, as I think No Shells, who's just bit on the hard tyres, has had a big spin under them in the final sector, so he's not having a good time straight out of the pits on those hard tyres, which are very difficult to get up to temperature. Right, so Vettel has cleared Dan, got a time penalty. He's also cleared Biscuit a little bit. Look behind there. Dan, Cuddy, Milan, Adolf Hardy. We'll look forward. This is the two leaders. Easton, Draco get in there, but Draco just shadowing Easton at the moment as Centurion gets back by ahead of Beeford, and Biscuit's just got ahead of Vettel at the same corner. Yeah, underfueling is a huge risk as Vettel still it's going to go around the outside, going to go side by side through turn. I can't think what turn that is. 10, I think. Vettel's looking, and again, Beeford and Centurion. The problem with Beeford and Centurion battling is they're losing touch to the top two. And Centurion too early on the throttle, and now this is going to put them under huge pressure from the chasing pack. Here they come. And that must be the reason why Centurion's dropped back from the leaders. As what's happened to Cuddy? I don't see the flags. It's Mansell at the back. That last sector causing a few problems. Centurion just holding off Biscuit. Again, this midfield. It seems too close to be safe at the moment. I feel like something could happen here. Someone's going to go for a rash move and then it all just explodes. At the moment, you've still got Draco, who's getting closer and closer to Easton. The ERS is about the same. Kind of shadowing each other at the moment. Oh, here comes Centurion, trying to defend against Biscuit, but Biscuit had the extra horsepower with the DRS and ERS again. Dan's all over the back of Vettel. Vettel with another wobble. And dangerous downstairs, thank you very much. I don't think Vettel meant to open the door. But through he goes. What is Centurion? Centurion's tyres must be absolutely shot, because he's dropping down like a stony. Vettel poked the nose in. Decided not to again. Oh, that's risky. Oh, he hit the back of dangerous Dan. Being very aggressive, Vettel. Oh, and Centurion. Albers are most definitely out. Milan throws up the hand in frustration. Gets back to Centurion. This is starting to get a little bit messy. So Vettel made a mistake, went wide. Centurion go for the lunge. watching that back on the stream. My stream is a little bit delayed at the moment. As Milan and Centurion, this is getting a bit too messy. Centurion is all over the place. Mansell's called it a day in the pits. It's perfectly fine to do. It's pre-season again. Vettel's up to a... How many penalties is that? I would joke about this, but it's probably going to be less penalties than what I will get. He's up to 9 seconds. I'm not surprised, to be honest, because of this battling that everyone's doing. Battling are probably out the window, but Biscuit is now under pressure from Dangerous Dan. So Biscuit's up to 4th. Glad he went into the pits, I think, after all that. We still have Draco shadowing Easton. That battling as... Oh, Dan up the inside of Biscuit. Gap is going to open. Still side by side. Oof. Another yellow flag. Oh, that's just Mansell's AI got Old Biscuit made an absolute meal of that corner. Dangerous Dan is up him again. 1 or 2 corners. Oh, slight contact. Dan going to get the switch back. He's thinking about it. No, because he thought that Biscuit was going to hold it on the apex. Fantastic battling between them all as Centurion is in. Centurion's had enough. It was only lap 9 and he was kind of in the top 10, but I think he went far too long on those soft tyres. Dan and Biscuit still going absolute hang on tong. My phone is playing up a little bit. Could be the reason why audio is not included. Could be just me. See if I can get the stream back up again. Massively delayed, but there we go. Loaded it back up, and I get an advert as Vettel. Is this free wide? Yeah, it is free wide. It is free wide. Vettel's trying to make it free wide on Dangerous Dan and Biscuit. He's getting involved in this. Draco is still stuck behind Easton as Dangerous Dan don't go inside. He is. Vettel's like, go put my car. Trying to capitalise from this. Dan goes wide. Free wide. No, don't go free wide here. You are. What is this? And still here. Is Vettel going to get 2 and 1? I think he is. Yellow flag. Back straight. No shots has had a massive crash. There might be a safety car. Safety car is on. As these three, they're still going at it. What is this? Vettel on the inside. Where's a Milan? Milan get involved. Oh, Hardy on the hard tyres is actually keeping up with these guys because these guys just don't care anymore about their race. They're just battling, and Biscuit's like, okay, you're paying too much attention on Vettel. I'm going to go around the inside of you here. I want to move from Biscuit. Here comes Milan, though. This is fantastic racing. Entertaining racing. Yeah, the Vettel defence is here. There's a Verstappen defence. He's obviously watched Verstappen and thought, yeah, that looks good. And we've got a change for the lead. Draco has taken the lead, and Easton gets a time penalty. Couldn't get the car slowed down in time. He almost drifted into that corner. He went over the curb, and Draco is now in the lead. Yeah, Zach, I'm surprised there isn't a collision with these guys. They're still at it. What is this? Biscuit, so Milan has got past Dan. Vettel with the defence again. Is Vettel running out of VRS? Yes, he is. I'm not surprised. Milan's got 2% left. I don't think they care. I think they're just battling at the moment just to show... Oh! Milan has got Biscuit, surely? Yes, he has. Oh! What's happened here? I was looking at the message in the chat, and Biscuits, I think, has gone for a rash lunge, and there was damage here, I think. Contact, most certainly. This is allowing Vettel to kind of sneak away a little bit. There's Hardy at the back of here. Daniel Pitts from... Where was he? I think he was 4th place. What is this defence from Vettel? Right on the inside. Biscuit and Milan touching tyres. Touching tyres again. This goes, wait, where are you going, Biscuit? Oh, Jesus. This is starting to... Whoa. Yeah, Biscuit's gone way, way, way off. Where is Biscuit? There is Biscuit, and that is why. 10-second bar. This is getting starting to get too heated now to be acceptable. Oh, jeez. It's good racing, but there's... Oh my god, we're going 3 wide, 2 wide. What is this? Well, that... Why are you slowing down? This is surely going to end in tears. Yep. Hardy's round. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right. Dan, Biscuit. Once again, that's a shame for Hardy. Trying to sort of work his way into the battle and just stuck his nose into the wrong time. Biscuit again in dangerous stand. I mean, it's credit to them for the fact that not all of them are spinning around in circles at the moment. This is the new Vettel. Apparently, according to Ben. Well, yeah, he's watched Verstappen. Oh, he's watched Verstappen too much. He's sped in the pit lane. As is Hardy. Hardy calls it a night, okay. Right, so this will be a simple hard tyres on. Resume the battle, I think, from these lot. On B4 is also pit. They're all onto the hard tyres, simple enough. It's these are 2 leaders here. They haven't had much camera time because of what on earth that was going on. Right, so Daniel has regained ahead of the battle, so he's in the net. What is that, a net 5th? At 5th place. Cuddy's up to 4th. Got Vettel, Biscuit. Biscuit's actually right behind Vettel. Got to go to this. 2 leaders though, Draco and Easton staying out. Lapisso's Muddy is at a spin on turn 2. What's going on here? Vettel kind of slowed on the apex there, which was a bit different. Oh. And that's too much. That's too much weaving to be acceptable. It's starting to get a little bit questionable now. The Biscuit surely's got to run here. Both on the DRS. Yeah. That stupid thing. I hate that, by the way, when someone breaks the DRS. I think it's the most cheap way of trying to overtake someone. Biscuit is all over the back of Vettel. They just pitted. They're trying to sort of get on with their race. As the 2 leaders do pit now. Oh, Vettel. Why were you defending on the inside there? And Biscuit almost doesn't want to move. Starting to get almost silly. But again, why... Just slowing yourself down, man. Dan's in the pits. He pitted a lap or so later than everyone else. At the back, so Draco and Easton are pitted. Everyone's so the top 8 are now all pitting to the end, safe to the end. All on the hard tyres. Still got Unity, Adolf. Actually, Dan pitted again, so something happened to Dan in all that. Right, let's see. Right, not weaving as much this time. This allows Biscuit now to come along, and now it's moving across. Oh, Biscuit! How on earth? There was little to no room, and he made it work. Lovely battle. Lovely move from Biscuit. Vettel coming back across. I'm amazed, like, when you weave like that or swerve like that, you're not losing the car because of how aggressive it is. And Vettel pushing all the way, opening up the steering. Jeez. And this. Well, you know what this is? This is making friends already, even before the season starts. As Draco's now got a time penalty. He's still got the 2 leaders 3/10 apart, but this lot, well, these 2, who are just ahead of a Unity, Milan and Adolf battle at the moment, as Biscuit is up on the inside. Vettel trying to move across. He's going to squeeze him a bit, but it's never going to work. Biscuit is through. Vettel's thinking out DRS for the back straight, but he's not thinking about that right now. No, surely not. Don't. It's silly. Please. My heart cannot take too much, as Easton now he takes the lead from Drake. I've been asked to have a look at the Vettel battle, but got the leader battle at the moment, and that's Easton and Draco, who have been locked together this entire race. It's now equal playing field with the penalties, because Draco's picked up one. Draco looking once again. Or Biscuit and Vettel, they're normally together, or Draco and Easton. LZ. These two are like Hamilton and Verstappen at the moment in this race, kind of pulled away. And B4's done really well to get up to where he is in third, but... Vettel. Yeah, it kind of makes sense. Why they're in a party together. I mean, they're not caring. I don't think. 14 seconds and 16 seconds. I don't think they care about this race. They just want a battle, which is entertaining and fine. They still at it. They are. I mean, Milan's going to get involved in a minute. And Unity and Adolf. Ooh. It's a good thing that it's a good thing the Biscuit backed off there. That's the thing about pre-season as well. Some people do. I mean, this is serious. This is obviously battling and everything. Oh my goodness! How on earth? Oh, now come on! One of you get DRS. Just drive away. Hurts me so much now. They've sold themselves up so much that Milan, Adolf, and Unity are with them. Just going to try and go around the outside here. I'm tensing up. I'm tensing up again because... Right, so Vettel just stays ahead. Again, ERS is just out the window. Biscuit and Vettel. Again, side by side through turn 10. Milan's like, what do I do here? What would... Oh, whoa, 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 and it's ended in tears. Biscuit's off, into the wall. And Vettel can now have a Milan to play with. I mean, 11 seconds off the top 5 right now. Just... Not battling Unity is going to get involved. This gets in the pits. They're going to retire it. Might be. The Unity is on 14 lap mediums. You'll probably need to pit again. This is all a result of obviously the first lap stuff. As Draco and Easton are doing just a little bit of slipstream gaining right now. Both on 3-second pen. This is a straight up fight for the win. An early sort of win here as Vettel's had another wobble. Drop behind Unity and Milan. Now Adolf's going to get involved. I'm going to go 4 wide here. 3 wide minimum. Slipstream train of the speed. Unity trying to go on the outside. Oh, big contact here. Unity's been nudged off by Milan. I mean, they both wanted the same piece of track, and that's how is it. Where's Unity gone? There he is. Both wanted the same piece of track, and it's never going to work. So Adolf now. Adolf might be able to get to the end, you know. That's Vettel. Oh, got his nose cut right off by Milan. Milan's having none of it. So this is the difference now. If Vettel going to use the same style on Milan, Milan is not. So we are going car racing. It's good aggressive car racing. You know what this is? It's more like touring cars than F1 cars at this. In some parts. Use your wing mirrors. Unity's in. I thought Unity would have to pit at some point. Never going to get those tyres to the end. Same for Unity. We've been battling with the top 2 at the moment, which are still locked together. And Easton is a bit far back for this move, but it's going for it. and gets it stuck. So still these two on. Lap 17 at the moment. This race is whizzed by in a way. There's a yellow flag. Biscuit is what happened to Biscuit? He's way behind. What's happened to him? Oh, he's got no front wing. Oh dear. Well, that's a shame. Is he not pitted? Who stops? Has he pitted and re-crashed, or he hasn't pitted from when he came out? Oh, I saw a spin. That's Unity with a spin on the hard tyres. I'm going to go back to the battle. They're still going at it. This is for 6th place now. Milan's swapped with Iowa Biscuit. They now have an Adolf involved. What else is going on? We've still got the 2 leaders, Easton and Draco, and Draco picks up a 2nd penalty, so Easton now has the advantage. Even if he can't... This is the thing with Draco, I think they're so evenly matched. Even if Draco gets past Easton, I don't think he can get 3 seconds. Unless he's held back some pace. We've got B Ford, who could end up 2nd at the moment, as Biscuit has called it an evening. So we're down to 11 at the moment. Line going a little bit wide, allowing Adolf to come back in. We're going to go back to the leaders. Still 3 tenths apart. Draco's got to really hope for a mistake from Easton right now. As I said, I don't think he can get 3 seconds. Certainly I don't think he can. As what is going on here? This is 3 wide again. Oh! Contact. Damage. Milan is round. Back on the circuit again. Was there damage for Vettel? Because he did clip Milan. He might have done. That's a shame, but when you're racing as close as that, all it takes is one mistake and things are round. Lap 19, we've got Easton and Draco fighting for the win. We've got B Ford in kind of a no man's land at the moment, but he's done very, very well to get 3rd place. Or be in 3rd at the moment. Then got a battling Cuddy and Daniel for 4th. Oh, Cuddy, where you going? Back on the track, mate. Cuddy, there you go. Daniel was like, okay, thank you very much. Into 4th place he goes. Then you got a battling Vettel and Adolf at the moment. Adolf on 11 lap mediums and Vettel on 7 lap hards. Tell you what, if Vettel was going for this style on in F1 division, I think Ben and Tomo are going to have a great time. As Cuddy sweeps by Daniel. Daniel won't mind about that because he's got no pens at the moment. You got Milan in 8th. You got Muddy, who's had a couple of issues tonight, but still in 9th. Dangerous down as well. And Unity hasn't really recovered from that first lap issue that he had. Again, it's a shame because I think without it, he'd be right with the top 2 right now. We have a 3-way battle for the pre-season victory. Adolf and Vettel again going side by side. Vettel going for the switchback. Nice. Adolf having none of it and saying, okay, I'll just sweep back around the outside of you. He's copying Max. I mean, Max's style, which is, you know, it's fine. Max Verstappen is a world champion. But it's a risky style, if that's is the case. Okay, but I'm not going for the move there. I thought he was going to make a lunge. Wait for DRS. I guess so. Speaking of DRS, Draco gets by Easton once again. Penalties. Adolf and Vettel both on 14 seconds. Oof. I think they both got a 5-second penalty at some point. Thing is with Max's style, in overtaking. It was a lot like Michael Schumacher's. When Michael Schumacher was in the prime of his, you know, when he was winning world titles with Ferrari and so on. There was a lot of times where he'd make moves that basically said, if you try and fight this, we're both going off. There's almost a bullying tactic in a way. Kind of basically saying, you know, if you try and do this, you're going to ruin it for yourself as well. Always made up. That gives a little rub on Vettel as he goes by. Vettel again, yeah, he's going to make the lunge here. Yeah, of course. Thing is though, with Michael Schumacher's style, it got him all those world titles. But sometimes you have to be ruthless and aggressive to be successful. As yeah, Vettel and Adolf doing a little swap every now and again. Moments 1 to lap 21. Not too much of this race to go. It's been a good one. It's been entertaining. It gives us a little interesting taste of what F1 might be. As Daniel does a nice little slipstream DRS past. Back to the leaders again. They seem to be doing a lot of fastest lap from Unity. Only just beating Draco, who's currently a 31.873 and 8.44. A hush. I think again Easton's just finding his time at the moment. Yeah, as long as Easton doesn't get another penalty himself. Just showing obviously the potential that Draco has. Only got 25 points in F1 last season, but I think based on this, I would be very surprised if it ends up being the same kind of total, especially over a longer season. But obviously a few more races to pick up points, but I definitely think he's going to be up there based on this. I mean, yeah, France could be a very, very good track, but he's keeping up with Easton here. This is a genuine battle between the pair of them. They've been kind of locked between there. Had a no shells there for a bit. This is good potential for Draco. B-Ford's. I think with B-Ford, he's done. I'll take nothing away. He's done absolutely brilliant to go third. That's a net third. It's a gain of how many positions he made? 9 positions. He's made that work, clearly. Bill and Adolf's still battling. Here they are. Yeah, he's made it work. It's clear that his race pace is pretty impressive. In terms of fastest lap, it's not up there, but he's made the moves. He's got it in now. Still, so this is again bringing Milan back into play. All this battling between these two. I mean, they're both on too many penalties to even count at the moment. Yeah, this is just allowing Milan to get back into here. I won't be doing Among Us. I've got early night tomorrow. Early night tonight, because I've got work early tomorrow. I mean, that's what I meant. I would honestly really hate breaking the DRS. It's so problem with DRS, isn't it? You just rely on it so much. Milan's coming back into this now. Let's just run aboard of Milan. Actually, get a better view of these two. battling, scuffling. Oh, Milan don't. TRS's counts anyway. Milan. Oh boy. Oh. Good thing Vettel backed out of it. Oh, and Milan's done both of them. I think they both had a wobble at the same time, and Milan is like, okay, I'll just leave you two. Leave you two to it. Yeah, I'll be off straight after this. Early start tomorrow. Back in the working week once again. Right, so let's see how Milan can fend off. Vettel. Adolf Stars has gone apparently. 15 laps on the mediums. Gonna go on a short stint on the softs as Vettel goes up on the inside and through back into 6th place. He wants the 6th place. He's 22 seconds off the top 5, but I don't think he cares. We head on to lap 24. Easton back in the lead once again, but Draco is still... I think if anything, this is showing, again as I was mentioning earlier, this is showing the potential of Draco. Even if he doesn't win this race, the fact that he's kept up with Vettel, he's made... not Vettel, Easton. He's made Easton work for this. As Milan and Vettel going at it. Definitely going at it. And surely... well, we have seen a couple of side-by-sides through here, but... both right on the edge of ARS. Milan a little bit worse off, but again, that opening is like China turn 1. It just opens up on the apex. Draco with another time penalty. Well, that's definitely given the win to Easton, at least on track. Or off track. That'll giving Milan a little bit of nudge. He's going to go last corner lunge. No. I think Daniel's got Kikadi as well. Front lane speed for Vettel. Outside he's going for. He's through into 6th place once again. Money Biscuit pitting again. He's on 21 laps on the hards. He's tried his best to get back into this race, but it's just not worked out. We've had no safety cars, despite the few yellow flag moments. What else do we have? We've still got Cuddy and Daniel battling. Both McLarens in the battle at the moment. Draco battling with Easton and Daniel battling with Cuddy. Just looking down the list of these F1 drivers, who would be interesting as a partnership. Definitely think Unity and Muddy together would be interesting. Who else would there be? I think Dan and Easton as a renewed partnership of last season would be a good one. Easton and Vettel would be a fun partnership, I think. That's what they're doing right now. They're both in the Red Bull. Milan and Vettel as teammates, by the judging by this battle, would be good as well. Let's come up with the penalties. We are a lap and a half to go. Still got Draco at least on track beating Easton, but time penalties are going to hurt him. And in fact, he will lose second place to Ron Beeford, because Beeford is just doing enough to keep within 9 seconds. Again, Beeford has made his way up to 3rd and hasn't had the pace to catch these two, but he's done very well as we head on to the final lap. And this is where the racer comes in for Easton. He's got so much ERS. He's got 82% compared to 20, give or take, of Draco's. On to the last lap. We'll keep on board of him. Vettel, Milan still going at it. You got Draco Easton, B4 by himself. You've got Daniel and Cuddy, Milan and Vettel, and then Dan, Unity, Adolf, and Muddy Biscuit. Although Muddy Biscuit actually ends up might be in 10th. I think Draco's actually doing enough here to actually stay ahead. Whereas the RS is running out and Easton is closing, and not close enough. Vettel again has made a move back on Milan. I mean, he's not going to get him off track, but here comes Easton. He's had enough. Using the ERS. Swoop on the inside. Draco allows him to move by. Is Draco going to make one final lunge? I mean, winning it on track without the penalties would be good. Take away the penalties, it would be a good scalp to have, but I think Easton has got this. Yeah, pulling away now. Easton's got 2 final corners to go, and the current F1 champ is starting off, at least pre-season, the way he's ended, winning the first official race of the F1 division. Crosses the line. Draco's done a very good job to keep with Easton. And this guy Bford has showed that his race pace is definitely up there. Gets Draco by 8/10 of a second in the end, so it was quite close. He ends up second. Draco third, Daniel fourth ahead of Cuddy, and then Milan against Vettel is going to go down to the line, but Vettel's had 14 seconds of penalties, which are going to drop him like a stone. Actually, he won't stay ahead of Milan. Milan actually wants to get the run to the switchback. That last corner might get him on DRS. No, not close enough. Does get him on penalties though. Move to 6th. Vettel's going to be 7th. Dangerous Dan. 8th place. And I think he might just have Unity. Unity is the... But he did get the fastest lap Unity by quite a bit on hard tyres. So it ends up in 9th place. So Unity most definitely has the pace about him. And you got Adolf and Muddy Biscuit. They're just going to round out the finishes here. Big crash from Adolf right at the end. There goes the gearbox. Yeah, the car broken now. The car very much broken. Well, there you go. That was most definitely very entertaining. A shame about obviously what we had with Timmer, and obviously apologies for the interruptions at the end or the beginning there, trying to get things sorted. But yeah, I don't know what that issue is with the audio. Hopefully we can get that fixed. But regardless, F1 had a very good race, or Division 1. And yeah, they will be preparing for the opener of Season 6 as a whole. Bahrain this time next week, where, as I've mentioned, if things fall into place, we have BF1 Racer and Hell King Tomo in the comms box. Hopefully again together, we can hear them together. There are your results. Scroll down for those that need to take the screenshot, although Muddy Biscuit's here, so he'll probably take it himself. And here we go. I'm not going to do podium interviews because it's just pre-season, so... But we can prepare ourselves ready for the rest of the week. The rest of the week is going to be all around France, because the admins need to look at the times and the data and everything to make sure they've got the divisions right. So I believe F2 is going to be tomorrow, with Lincoln and Tomo. Lincoln as the streamer. We're going to have him all set up tomorrow, and hopefully we can have the audio issues fixed. And then we'll go from the rest of the week. Again, days are going to be 100% confirmed tomorrow. So obviously the days I'm saying are only from what I've been hearing. They can obviously change to be official. But we'll see tomorrow. But thank you very much for everyone that was watching tonight. I've been RSF1 Hunt, and I will see you next time. I'll probably be doing another comm session this week with somebody. a different division, but that has been a taste of the F1 division. See you tomorrow for, I believe, F2. So we'll have a division tomorrow. Anyway, regardless, we'll see what it is. But until then, see you next time. Take care wherever you are, and good night.